Hello students, today I will begin from chapter 8 indices. You have already studied up to the chapter 7, so today I am going to begin a new chapter, chapter 8 indices. Though this you have already studied in the lower classes. In the lower classes you have studied this chapter. It's clear, but I will explain, I will once again revise those things. It's clear. So see here what do you mean by index and indices. So see here let me adjust everything. Yes, now I am going to. So this chapter, about this chapter you have already studied in the lower classes. Now there are some terms, index, then exponent, power, all are having same meaning. All are having same meaning. Same meaning. Here all means power. We can say index, exponent and power, all are the having same meaning. What is indices? Indices is the plural of index. Plural of index. Now today I am going to explain you about exponential form. Exponential form means power form. Exponential form of a mathematical expression. Exponential form or power form. So you can see here, suppose if you are writing 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3, here 3 has been multiplied how many times? So if you see, 3 has been multiplied how many times? 5 times it has been multiplied. It's clear? So what will you write? You will write it as 3 to the power 5. 3 to the power 5. It's clear? It will be written in this way. 5 will be slightly above. It's clear? And how will you pronounce it? It is 3 to the power 5. We will read it like this, 3 to the power 5. Now what is 3 here? Here 3 is base. This is base. And what is 5? 5 is power. 5 is exponent. 5 is index. Anything you can say. In simple we will call 5 as power and 3 as base. Now this is the expanded form. This is expanded form. Expanded form. While that one is the exponential form. Here this thing is exponential form. Exponential form. Now see here, suppose here in place of number in this way there is some fraction. Here it is 3 upon 4. 3 upon 4 into 3 upon 4 into 3 upon 4 into 3 upon 4 into 3 upon 4. Then what way you will write? You will not write in this way. Here it is multiplying how many times? 5 times. So you will not write this way, 3 by 4 power 5. No, this is a incorrect way. This is not the correct way. What will you do? You will put the 3 by 4 in the bracket. You will place the 3 by 4 in the bracket. It's clear? So all of you remember this thing, that if the base is in the fraction, it will be written inside the pair of small bracket. It's clear? So here base is 3 by 4, power is 5. Suppose there is any negative number, minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2. You don't write it as minus 2 to the power 3. Since the base is negative number, therefore here also it will be written inside the bracket, minus 2 to the power 3. It is clear? So this is the way of writing. If any mathematical expression is given in the expanded form, you can write in the power form in this way. This is known as exponential form, exponential form, exponential form. What will you read? Call it, read it 3 by 4 whole to the power 5. What will you read? 3 by 4, you can write down 3 by 4 whole to the power. We will add one term, whole to the power. It's clear? 5. 3 by 4 whole to the power 5. It's clear? Similarly, that we will write as minus 2 whole to the power. Whole to the power 3. It's clear? Minus 2 whole to the power 3. It's clear? So now after this I will explain you the exponential laws. There are some laws regarding the of exponents. When you will do the simplification of any exponential expression, then there are some rules are used. Exponential laws. So see here, first law is the product law, product rule. Product of two exponential numbers. Product of two exponential numbers means, what is the product rule? You can see here, product rule. Here suppose there are two exponential numbers having the same base. It will apply only when the bases are same. It will apply only when the bases are same. It's clear? When bases are same, then only it will apply. So see here, what is product rule? A to the power m multiplied by a to the power n. If bases are same, then the product will be added. Suppose here this is one exponential number, this is another exponential number, this is the product in between them, this is the product in between them. So since the bases are same, therefore we can add the powers. We can add the powers. A to the power m plus n. It's clear? Suppose if it is like this, 2 to the power 3 multiplied by 5 to the power 7. Whether it is possible to simplify by using this? So no, it will not be simplified by this way. And why it cannot be simplified? Why it cannot be simplified? Because the bases are not same. Bases are not same. That's why it cannot be simplified. But suppose if it is this, 2 to the power 5 into 2 to the power 7, and this is the product of exponential numbers, bases are same. So what will happen? Powers will be added. 2 to the power 10. 2 to the power 10. Suppose it is 3 by 4 whole to the power 2 multiplied by 3 by 4 whole to the power minus 5. Here also bases are same. These two exponential numbers are in the multiplication. This is one exponential number, this is another exponential number, and there is the multiplication. So what will happen? Since the bases are same, therefore powers will be added. 2 plus minus 5. 2 plus minus 5, that is equals to 3 by 4 whole to the power minus 3. 3 by 4 whole to the power minus 3. It is clear? So this is the product rule. Then there is one more rule, quotient rule, means division. Division of exponential numbers. Quotient rule. You can see here. Quotient rule. It's clear. It means the division of two exponential numbers. Suppose a to the power m divided by a to the power n. All these rules will apply only when the bases are same. Only when the bases are same. Whether it is the product rule or it is the quotient rule. So see here. Here bases are same. So how will you write a to the power m minus n? A to the power m minus n. It's clear? We can also write it as 1. If you take it in the denominator, what will happen? It will become a to the power n minus m. It's clear? A to the power, if you are bringing this exponential term in the denominator, then its power will be subtracted from n. And when you are taking it up, जैसे यहाँ पर when you are taking it up, what will happen? Its power will be subtracted from m. It's clear? You can see one example. 3 to the power 7 whole divided by 3 to the power 11. Whether it is possible to apply to this rule or not. So yes, we can apply. Why? Because the bases are same. Bases are same. What will you write? 3 to the power 7 minus 11. 3 to the power 7 minus 11, that is 3 to the power minus 4. 3 to the power minus 4. It's clear? Here minus 4 will not be put in the bracket. But you slightly write it up. Means base will be at the lower level and slightly above to the base, here it will be written. So that here it is clearly that it is clear that it is the power. It's clear. Now you can write this here in this way also. 3 to the power 7 upon 3 to the power 11. If you bring this power of numerator in denominator, so it is 1 divided by 3 to the power 11 minus 7, that is 1 upon 3 to the power 4. It's clear? So this is the quotient rule. This is quotient rule. You can see one more. 5 upon 6 whole to the power 2 divided by 5 upon 6 whole to the power 5. What will you do? You will, since the bases are same, so that can be written as 5 upon 6 whole to the power 2 minus 5. That is 5 upon 6 whole to the power minus 3. Whether it is clear? This thing is clear or not? So, I hope that it will be clear to you. You have understood this. Now, I am going to explain a third rule, which is the power rule. It's clear? Power rule means there are the successive powers. Power rule applies when there are the successive powers. Successive powers means power upon the power. Power के ऊपर power. For example, a to the, here what is the rule? A to the power m whole to the power n. What will you read it? A to the power, you can see here, a to the power m whole to the power, because the bracket has been placed. Bracket, when it is placed, then you will add the term whole to the power n. This thing is clear. So a to the power m whole to the power n. So now what will happen? Powers will multiply a to the power m into n. A to the power m into n. Now you can see here, all of you note down also. It's clear? And if it is necessary, then you take the screenshot also. So see here, 1 by 2 whole to the power 3, then whole to the power 5. 1 by 2 whole to the power 3, then whole to the power 5. What will happen? Powers will multiply. Powers will multiply. What are the powers here? Here power is 3, this power is 5. When the powers will multiply, it will be 15. It will be 15. It's clear? Now see here, you can see 3 by 4 whole to the power minus 4, then whole to the power 1 by 4, whole to the power 1 by 4. Here one power is in whole number, other power is in fraction. Here also the same rule will apply, because there is a power over power. There is a power over power. So what will you do? You will write 3 by 4, but always remember that you will write the power slightly above to the base. It's clear? So that it is very clear that that part is power. So it will be minus 4 into 1 by 4. So when this will be cancelled, what will be? This will be 3 by 4 whole to the power minus 1. 3 by 4 whole to the power minus 1. Now there are some more rules. Those also I am going to explain. These are the main 3 rules. One is the product rule, second is the quotient rule, and third is the power rule. It's clear? Now there are some more rules which are also very, very important. It's clear? For example, if there is 0 power over any base, if power is 0, if power is 0 over any base, then value will become 1. Means a to the power 0 equals to 1. A to the power 0 equals to 1. Or you can see here, suppose minus 5 to the power 0. Straight forward you will write 1. It's clear? There is no need to do any simplification here. Straight forward you will write 1. Minus 5 to the power 0, that will be equal to 1. It's clear? Now see here, there is one more rule. If power is negative, then how can you make the power positive? If the power is negative, then how can you make the power positive? So you can make it positive by carrying it in the denominator. By carrying it in the denominator. You can see here, what is denominator here? Denominator is this. Denominator is this. Denominator is 1. So when you will bring it in denominator, here 1 will be left and it will become a to the power m. It's clear? Means there is a very simple rule. A to the power minus m equals to 1 upon a to the power m. A to the power minus m equals to 1 upon a to the power m. I am explaining it. 3 to the power minus 7. 1 upon 3 to the power 7. 3 to the power minus 7 equals to 1 upon 3 to the power 7. Suppose it is given 1 upon 5 to the power minus 3. What will you do? You shift it from denominator to numerator. Power is negative in denominator, bring in numerator. power is negative in numerator, bring it in denominator. This is the simple rule. How will you make the power positive? If the negative power is in numerator, bring it in denominator. If negative power is in denominator, bring it in the numerator. Means when you will bring in the numerator, what will happen? There is 1 already, 5 to the power 3, and here there will be 1, so no need to write 1, 5 to the power 3. It is clear? 5 to the power 3. Now there is a rule for fractions. It is clear? Which we use in the fractions. For with negative power. A by b whole to the power minus m means you simply invert the base. Simply reciprocate the base. Reciprocating the base means ulta karna. B by a whole to the power m. It's clear? Suppose if it is written 3 by 4 whole to the power minus 7. What will you write? 4 by 3 whole to the power 7. It's clear? Simply reciprocate the base. Reciprocating the base means base ko ulta karna. Now you can see some more rules are there. Suppose here it is given a to the power a into b upon c whole to the power m. So when you will open the bracket, then this power will be raised over all the terms. This power will be raised over all the terms which are in the product or quotient. Means it will be a to the power m into b to the power m upon c to the power m. It's clear? Simple, you take one example, x square into y to the power minus 3 divided by z to the power 4 whole to the power 5. What will happen? Powers will multiply. When you will raise the power x to the power 10, y to the power minus 15, z to the power 20. This. Each power will be multiplied by 5. But suppose if it is given like this, it is a very common confusion among the students. A plus b whole to the power 2. You will not write it as a square plus b square. It is clear? Because here there is plus sign. This rule applies only when there is the product or division. It is clear? If it is plus sign, then you cannot write this way that you raise 2 power here and 2 power here. You already know what is the value of this. That you know what is the value of this. A square plus 2ab plus b square. It's clear? So this is very important point here. This rule will apply only when the terms are in product or in division. If they are multiplication or subtraction, the rule will not apply. This rule will not apply. It is clear? Now see here. Suppose there is any surd of nth order. There is any surd of nth order. Surd means the terms which are containing this sign. It's clear? In square root, what is the order? In square root, this is the sign of square root, which we also call under root. No number is written here. That number is understood that it is 2. Only in the square root we don't write 2 here. That is understood. But if it is cube root, you know that it is, this is cube root. This is the 4th root. It's clear? This is the 5th root. This is the nth root. This is the nth root. But this number should be inside this sign. It should be inside this sign. It is clear? Suppose here it is written x to the power 10. So what is the rule? Nth root of x to the power m. nth root of x to the power m. So when you will remove the surd, this power will go in the denominator of already existing power. This power order of surd will go in the denominator of already existing power of the base. Suppose there is no power in the base. Here base is not having any power. It means the power is 1. It is clear? If there is no power, means the power is 1. And then when you will remove it, what will happen? It will be x to the power 1 upon n. So here what will be? Since it is the square root, means the number will be 2. So it will be x to the power 10 upon 2. That is x to the power 5. It is clear? Suppose it is y to the power 7. What will be? Y to the power 7 by 3. Cube root of y to the power 7 means y to the power 7 by 3. Suppose it is z to the power 4. What will be? Z to the power 4 upon 4. That is z to the power 1. It is clear? So this way you will do. Now, so these are the rules. By using these rules, we will do the simplification. It is clear? So all the rules I have explained here, you do the revision of these rules, and then in the next lecture we will begin the exercise. You can do the questions of the beginning questions of the exercise, but first you revise all the formulae. If there is any doubt, then you send me message, then I will try to resolve your problems. It's clear? But before beginning the next lecture, you understood all the formulae. If there is any doubt, you ask. It's clear? So thank you.